Hey guys, Mike Martinez. Glad you can join us today. We got a panel here. Some of my colleagues, my buddies that we work out of the Cherry Hill, New Jersey office, and we just want to discuss, some of the training. One of the strengths that our company has is the training that we give people, and we get them to professional public adjuster levels very, very quickly with people that had zero experience, right?
That's right.
Any one of us had experience before we got started?
No.
Yeah. Introduce yourself so that everybody could get to know you.
Okay, my name's Steve Wallbach. I am a senior claims rep here in the Cherry Hill office.
Bob?
Bob Buss, senior claims rep in Cherry Hill also.
Hi, Cassandra Presley. I'm a regional manager at Cherry Hill.
Yeah, Cassandra.
Okay.
And Mark?
I'm Mark Dobbins. I'm a senior claims representative with Metro Public Adjustment in Cherry Hill. I've been here about 8 years or so, and been a fun ride the whole time.
Okay, so from the youngest, I think Steve and I are the youngest, right? We've been here roughly about 4 years, right? Bob, how long you been here?
Working on 3 years.
Okay, so Bob is the baby in the group here. Bob, did you have any reservations before you got started about getting started as a public adjuster and learning all this stuff?
Yeah, because I knew absolutely nothing about it.
So you did have a little apprehension.
Of course.
And so what helped you lower your guard and start absorbing all that information?
The classes here are very good, and I learned a lot.
Good.
And went from there.
Yeah. Any other comments there?
Well, I think most people, when they get into this business, at least when they come into Metro, because a lot of other companies don't do it exactly like we do it. That's probably why we're the largest company, because we do it best. But I think a lot of people come in with as is understandably so, they come in with preconceived notions. They think they're getting hired as a job, like a 9 to 5 punch a clock. There's a lot of different things they come into with expectations, perceptions that they have to not overcome, but they're kind of, they have to make way for what it really is before they understand our business opportunity and how it really benefits them. I think one of the biggest obstacles that many people face is they have the employee mentality. In other words, they come into it with, I just want to punch a clock, get my check at the end of the week, and whatever else. But the funny thing of that is these are the people who, at least in part, are brought in with the idea that, or I don't want to say enticed because that's not the right word, but the right word escapes me at the moment. But they're brought in with the idea that, hey, this can bring you to your dreams. This can help you get their dreams. But when they come in as an employee, it's not going to work that way, because if an employee can get you to your dreams, you wouldn't need to leave your job or do this in addition to your job or whatever. So when they come in here, they have to change the way they think.
Right.
And that's kind of one of the largest obstacles a lot of people say. The irony of it is, like I said before, is that people come into this wanting to have a better life, don't want to punch a 9 to 5 clock, but
Come in with the mentality.
yeah, I think there's a disconnect between the dream and the possibility of actually reaching the dream, and that's where Metro bridges the gap. We teach them how to make the dream happen if they apply themselves. It's not a get-rich-quick scheme. Right? That's one thing we've got to make sure everybody understands.
Exactly.
It is work. It takes a lot of work. Like any business. Would you guys all agree?
Right.
Oh, yeah.
It's not going to come overnight. You're not going to have a 50-foot yacht in 2 months. I mean, you could feasibly if you really were that blessed, but in more realistically speaking, you got to put your time in.
Right.
Like any other good business you run into, you got to put in your time. But it is a lucrative business if you do it right, and you got to have a passion for people.
Right.
You got to have a passion to want to help people. Because if all you're in for the money, they don't know this is a glorified lottery ticket to you, and you won't last long.
Right. Well,
Yeah.
you are surrounded, Cassandra, by 4 men. You're the only woman here. Did you find it difficult to get your gear going? Ironically, you are the highest level here, right? You're surrounded by four guys,
on
but
the highest level.
yeah. Did you find it difficult for you? Give us a little bit about your, about your experience.
Well, a woman trained me,
Ah.
but also coming to our classes,
Mm.
that enabled me to learn a whole lot. And if you were to compare this to another job, to a job, the mentality is that when you are training people, you don't get paid for training someone when you're working.
Mm.
But here you get paid for training someone.
Okay. Mm.
And I find that being a woman, it gives me a little extra.
Really?
Yeah, because when I go to someone's house, I'm always cautious of whose house I go to,
Mm.
because I'll call somebody in my family and tell them where I am.
Mm-hmm. Just as an extra safety
An
measure.
extra safety measure, or my husband will go with me,
Okay.
and he's been really supportive in that area.
Mm-hmm.
But at first, I kind of thought that this is a man's world. I had
That idea.
that idea. But then when I saw the women that have risen up in this company,
A lot of successful women.
a lot
yeah.
of successful
Yeah.
women,
Mhm.
then that's when I pursued to get to become a regional manager.
Mm-hmm. Very.
You're
Yeah.
reachable.
And just for the record, Cassandra does some of our training over here, and she does an excellent job, right? We all agree on that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now, Steve, let me grab you and pull you into conversation. You are part of the Cherry Hill office, but you live in Pennsylvania, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Do you find, does that help you, or is that an obstacle?
Well, I have licenses in both New Jersey and Pennsylvania, so I'm on both sides of the river all the time.
Mm.
How I came into Metro was at a local diner here, where I had saw information about this opportunity that had caught my eye, and when I pursued it, the fellow that was going to be responsible actually represented this office. So there's where I assimilated to this location here.
Gotcha.
But it's not a problem, because, as I say, there are several bridges I can use to go back and forth.
Right, right.
And I wanted to just go back to something that Mark had said about with people coming into the business, and how they want to get away from, and we have that hourly wage thing where we work and we work and we work, and at the end of the day we make this much, and that's it. No matter if we really performed or we underperformed, we get that level. And with this type of opportunity, this affords you that if you did that week, worked extra hard, normally the benefit will then return back to you, and you're not going to stay at that level. That you may actually have peaked up here. And when people come here, Mark was saying that they have this disconnection of they are still thinking, and what happens is most jobs are around a conditioning of a 9-to-5 type of situation.
Right.
And it's hard to get out of that, which this affords you to do. And everyone, well, the majority of people that are looking for another position or looking for something else, they know there's something better out there. They just can't. How is that shaped? They're not quite sure. But they're always searching for that other means of doing things. And that's what Metro Public Adjustment affords, is that extra way of able to earn an income. And to start to get into this is something that you still can do what you're doing initially.
Right.
And then as you progress, you finally say goodbye to that old life and you move into the new one here.
Yeah.
But it is something that we talk about the training, and training is so important, that helps you to motivate you and also to bring you along so that you can achieve those levels of higher earnings.
Yeah, I recently read an interesting statistic, and the statistic was that 72% of Americans punch a clock. So we're trading time for money, right? Like you said, we got that employee mentality. 76% of Americans are living paycheck to paycheck. Right?
Right.
You got nothing left.
So
This
obviously
is
it's not working.
right. Something like this is an opportunity for you to break out of that, right?
Right.
To be
Yeah.
able to you know, and you brought up a great point about doing this part time, because you could stay with your salary or your wages and develop something on the side. Develop. Did you start part time, Bob?
Yes,
You did.
I did start part-time.
Okay, and was it difficult or was it easy, or did you find it hard to get the time, squeeze the time to do it?
No, because at the time I joined, I did not have another job.
Okay.
And the start out was kind of slow, but it has built up to something decent.
Okay, and what would you attribute that to?
The classes and practice and
Okay.
meeting people.
The training, right?
Yeah.
Right, that's where it's at, guys.
I love the fact that I can go out there and help somebody when they have damage to the home and get them paid properly.
Right, right. And what does it normally take you to?
An hour.
An hour. It takes you an hour.
Yep.
So, and I don't want to put you on the spot, but, you know, tell us about one of your recent checks for an hour.
About $800 on one property I
Yeah.
did a clean one.
See, that's the difference there. You see, 1 hour invested in doing this business, he was able to take $800. Now, I'm not promising anything. You just keep that in mind.
Right.
But the fact of the matter is that we're not trading time for money. So because he brought value to that homeowner, and we brought money to them as a result of the claim that we settled for them, he was able to take $800 for himself out of that. That was part of the agreement. So the homeowner, I'm sure, got thousands of dollars, and you got your money. Now, just as a closing statement from each and every one of you, what would you, each of and every one of you, somebody watching this video now, thinking, should I try this? Should I, you know, I don't know if this is for me. What would you say? Start with Steve.
Well, right off the bat, if you're looking for some type of a change, if you're looking for added income, this is an excellent, excellent opportunity. You don't need to have any experience in this. I would say by far the majority of the masses in this Metro family never had any background in this type of industry. But you learn along the way. And something that's different compared to so much out there, years ago, there used to be, you can join a company and they give you training and you would learn what they call a trade, and then you got to perform that function. Nowadays, because of the job market, and you folks know that, you're out there, they want people that already have that experience. You can come to Metro without any experience whatsoever, and
Good
you will
point.
get the training right there, and it doesn't cost you a cent. You're going to get wonderful training. People are there to watch your success and to help and motivate you. We have numerous offices throughout the area, the tri-state area, as well as other states, but you can go to different classes as much as or as little as you want. But if you want an opportunity, and again, you can try it. If it's not for you, that's fine, but you don't have to quit everything you've already been doing when you try this, so that if it doesn't work, then at least you still have where you've been before. But you know the old saying, nothing ventured, nothing gained. Believe me, you'll find something to be gained if you try this.
Steve, awesome.
Nice.
What's your contact information? Anybody wants to train with Steve? Steve, what's your contact information?
I'm Steve Walbach at ymail.com, and I'm known as Steve Walbach, your friendly public adjuster.
How do you spell Wallback?
WOLBACH.
Steve Wallback at ymail.com. All right, Bob. What closing statements do you have? Somebody looking at this wondering, should I take this step?
Well, some people do very good, making well over $100,000 a year. I'm not there yet,
Okay.
but it's a good place to work out of.
Good.
Contact information:
Yes.
Robert Buss at BBUSSADJUSTER. That's bbussadjuster@gmail.com.
Very good. Very good. Miss Cassandra, what would you do talking to male and females out there that are looking at this and are wondering, is this for me? What would you say?
I would say you'll never know unless you try it.
That's a good one.
You'll never know. A lot of people have turned the opportunity down and said it's not for them. So how do you know? Metro gives you the opportunity to try us, to see if it's for you. And if you say no, it is. So
Just give it a shot.
let's give it a shot.
That's it. I agree with you.
Okay.
All right. What's your contact?
My contact information is Cassandra Presley, 856-383-0463.
Yes. That's why she's a regional. She gives telephone numbers.
Right.
Now we got Mr. Mark. Mark, by the way, was a 28-year veteran in law enforcement.
I think, Mike, to answer your question, I think that the most important thing is the flexibility involved. You know, you're your own person, and like I said, you know, you have catchphrases out there. You know, be your own boss. You know, self-motivated. You know, a lot of those catchphrases scare people off. You know, it sounds like a salesman job, or so. But that's not really the case with Metro. It's you know, the only thing you're really selling is you.
Right.
And I think that again, the reason I got into it was, you know, the money's good, but you know, that comes in time. It's not overnight. But for me, the opportunity to, as a policeman, I was always helping people, responding to needs and that kind of thing. So it kind of segued right into what I was already being for all those years. You get a chance to really help people, make a difference, even the playing field. I think some people think that we're out to stick it to the insurance. That's not our case at all. We're not here to stick it to the insurance company. We're just here to make sure they don't stick it to you.
Right.
You know, and even the playing field, we're in their corner. The
We're advocates for the homeowners. Right.
Absolutely. We're on their side. So that they have somebody, they're not going it alone. Most people in this business, or most people that we deal with in this business, have no clue. They think that they're going to pick up the phone, make a phone call, and this guy from the insurance company is going to swoop in with his cape flowing and take care of everything. It just doesn't work that way. It really doesn't work that way. It's their claim. They have to present it properly to the insurance company, and most of them don't know how to do that.
Right.
You know, so that's why they need us. And if you're that type of person who likes to help people, and you want to take control of your own finances, you're sick and tired of being sick and tired, you want to do something about your life, this is a golden opportunity. And as Steve said, it's not for everybody. If it was, we wouldn't have any plumbers, we wouldn't have dentists, we wouldn't have doctors, we wouldn't have a lot of walks of life. So it's not for everybody. Don't let anybody else do it. Don't let me do it, and don't let anybody else you know talking to you out of it do it. You make up your own mind. After all, you're supposed to be the one looking for a self-starter type of thing. So take control of your own life right from the beginning and make your own decision about whether this is your opportunity or not. That would be my advice.
Yeah. You know, I always say, if you want things in your life that you don't have now, you got to take actions that you aren't taking now. So we welcome anybody that's looking to honestly help other people. You're looking for a new career, you're looking for a change, you're looking to expand your life and expand your mind and expand your possibilities. This is an excellent way to do it. So guys, I want to thank everybody.